Alright, another day and another Chromium wrapper is released, and this time it's by OpenAI. It's a ChatGPT powered browser called Atlas. So in this video we will try it out and see if it's worth the hype. So to get started, just visit chatgpt.com/atlas, and from here you can download the browser. Right now it only supports macOS, but they announced that the Windows and the mobile version is coming soon. I haven't used it before, so let's go ahead and download this. Download is complete, so now let's install this. So it looks like a very typical browser. It imported all my bookmarks and everything from Chrome, so I can see that over here. Instead of Google, we have ChatGPT over here where you can ask questions or browse website. You can also switch between your model from here. So let's give it a go and visit our first website, retroui.dev. Now once you're in a website, you can use this interesting feature called Ask ChatGPT, where by default it will select your current website and you can ask it any questions. Let's ask it something like, what is this site do? And it can give you a summary of like what this project does. So it's an open source React plus Tailwind CSS website that's built on new brutalism design system, and you can see it gave us a few features that this project offers. Now that's pretty basic, right? We can also ask it some very specific questions. Retro UI is a component library and we have a bunch of components. So if we ask it like, how do I use the button component, it's gonna browse this website and should find the documentation for that and give you an installation guide how to use the button component basically. So here I can see it give you the installation guide, some details, and also a real world code example how to use this in your code base. Also a customization option, so that's pretty neat. Theme support as well, I think that he got from this theme page. Now apart from visiting website, you can also use this as a chat box, so you can ask it any questions and it will give you answers just like a ChatGPT. So let's ask it something like, bring the OpenAI Atlas announcement video. So it can do the browsing for you and bring up your search result. So here you can see it brought the announcement video for the ChatGPT Atlas, and you can keep chatting with it and ask follow-up questions. On the top, you also have options to see the search results. You also have options to go to the Google search results from here. You can also select the images, so it will only show you the images. You can also select videos and it's going to show you the videos. Now let's talk about browser memory, which is probably the most controversial feature for this browser. Basically, if you keep it on and ask it any questions, it can look into your browsing history, and based on that, it can give you personalized results. So for example, I can ask it something like, based on my history, suggest me a GitHub repository that I might be interested. Now you can see it went through my GitHub activity, and based on that it found that I like Retro UI, 8-bit CN, new brutalism components, ChatCN and all that, and based on all that it suggested me new brutalism UI kit that I can visit from here. Looks like the web page is not working, but at least it figured out that I am into new brutalism. So maybe I can ask it something like, the website link is not working, and it looks like this time it found the right repository link. Yeah, kinda neat, but in return you have to give AI all your browsing data. So I'm not sure I will personally use it because I don't know, it feels a little icky, but yeah, you have this option. And you also have the option to visit the incognito mode, and whenever you visit the website from here, the AI basically will not track it, or at least that's what they say. The last feature I want to cover is called Agent, which I think is the most interesting feature, where it will basically perform actions on behalf of you. Let me show you an example. So let's select the agent mode. Before writing the task, let me show you what I am trying to perform. So let's visit the GitHub repository of Retro UI. And here on the issues, you can see people submit issues. One of the current issues is Svelte support. So let's say I want to open up an issue in here for an Astro support. And I'm too lazy. I don't want to do that whole thing myself. So I'm going to ask my AI to do so. So let me log in first so AI can use my account. Okay, we are logged in. Now let's give our prompt. So I'm basically asking it to visit the Retro UI GitHub repository and open an issue for GitHub support. Let's also ask it to write a description. Hopefully I spelled everything right, but shouldn't matter. So now you can see it's performing some actions. Right now it's searching the web. So you can see everything it's currently doing. At any point you can stop or also take control. Looks like I spelled Retro UI wrong. Let's see if it can figure it out. Nice, looks like it found the correct repository. Going to issues now. Also on the right you can see whatever the AI is thinking or performing. And once it's done, it also gives you a notification. That is very helpful if you are like browsing some other website. So it looks like we have our title and our description, and it is asking for the permission to create. Yes. Also assign me the issue. And it's back to work. It has correctly assigned me the issue. And there you go, the issue is created. So now if we go to issues, I can see there is 2 issues. In terms of pricing, the browser itself is free to download, so you can download it right now and start using it. But the advanced features like the agent mode that we currently used, that requires you to get ChatGPT Plus or Pro subscription. I think that pretty much covers all the aspects. So far for me, it's a neat tool, neat browser, but it's not something out of extraordinary. And for me, I will probably stick to Chrome. The features are not big deal enough for me to switch. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, that's all for this video. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.